All right, guys. I don't know. Wait, did the second bell ring? Doesn't matter. We're starting now. Take a seat. Okay, I am recording this class because I forgot to hit record on my first period, so we're having to record this class, but that's fine. As you can see, Jimmy is aware of the seasonal shift we are experiencing. It is now fall, so we have Black Mage, Jimmy, that's him as a wizard. And we're done talking now. Stop talking. Okay, so welcome back, guys. Hope y'all have a good weekend. This is the last full week before a 3-day weekend coming up. Y'all have a lot of reasons to like October because not only do you guys not come to school on Monday, there are 3 other days in this month where you guys are going to stay home on a weekday. And that is like the following week, there's a staff day where teachers come in and you guys don't. And then that is followed by parent-teacher conference days where you guys stay home and your parents potentially come talk to us. But not all of your parents. If you have straight A's, your parents do not need to talk to us. We only need to talk to the parents of any kid who's like struggling in a couple of classes. So hopefully that won't be Latin for any of you guys. You have the vocabulary questions. Let's hold questions for a little while. The vocabulary quiz is back. That quiz went pretty well. Other than 1.5 of my 4 1.5 classes, most of my Latin students did good on this quiz, but it's no longer freezing like it was a second ago. So if you're studying and putting time into learning these vocab words and still doing bad, meaning less than a 7, basically, 7 out of 10, then you should probably come talk to me during essay or something, and we need to figure out a new strategy for you in terms of how to study vocabulary. But I'm hoping, honestly, that people who failed this quiz, that it's because you didn't put in any time during student advisement. If you are putting in time and like making flashcards or spending 10 to 20 minutes during a couple essays preceding the quiz, and you're still failing it, then yeah, we need to talk. Because like you should not have to put more than 30 to 40 minutes of studying vocab during the week that we get these new words in order to make a B or higher. So you can make that up if you insist by coming to essay this week and this week only and asking to take a makeup. You're not allowed to take a makeup if you've got an 8 or a 9 or a 10 out of 10, only if you got 7 or below, because otherwise it's like you don't need to make it up. You did fine. But yeah, when I say that these vocab quizzes are meant to be passed, I really mean that. Yeah, you're supposed to always be able to get your homework points by turning in your homework the day it's due. And you're supposed to always be getting your vocabulary quiz points so that you can get away with missing a few points on a translation quiz. So this is the last week of chapter 6. We're going to do some spot translating today and tomorrow of a very spooky and kind of violent and disgusting story, which I apologize ahead of time for because of how gross it is. But I think you guys are ready for it, given that it is October now. We're going to check chapter 6 homework 1 through 6 on Wednesday. I'm going to have somebody pass that out in just a second. And then we'll play Jeopardy all day Thursday. It'll be kind of an extra special long class of Jeopardy. So that on Friday, we can take the chapter 6 translation quiz that we will have reviewed on Thursday and will be based on the homework that we do on Wednesday. Starting tomorrow, we're going to be looking at noun and verb templates at the beginning of class every day because guess what chapter 7 is all about, guys? The chapter we start when we come back from the 3-day weekend. Anyone?
No.
Yes. Yeah, it's third declension, okay? So the orange endings you see up on this poster board, we're going to start learning those next Tuesday. So you need to be very comfortable with the red, blue, and purple endings at this point. So I'm hoping most people have first, have a little bit of second. Maybe we'll finish getting all of second this week so that come Tuesday, we can start talking about third declension. And it will not be overwhelming because you'll have mastered first and second. Nevaeh? On what? You're confused on the thing I haven't taught yet? So if you just tell me you're confused about something, I can't help you at all. That's not a specific question by any means. The first declension are the red endings up here, and the second declension are the blue and the purple endings. Pierce? Yeah, and keep in mind, I can't really help a person learn case endings too well in tutoring. That's something you can kind of do on your own. I can show you the endings. I can tell you which ones overlap, which ones repeat. Those are all things you can do on your own, though. I'll keep letting you guys use noun and verb charts through like another chapter or so now that we're adding third, especially for third. Eventually, maybe we'll get to the point where you're using a noun chart of just third declension and not first and second. But I have faith in you guys. Don't freak out. It's fine. We're not starting it yet. I'm just warning you about what we're going to start next week. We'll have a little more practice with first and second before that. Hayden?
So the Jimmy that was on the one that you were going with that's not Dark Mage Jimmy.
Yeah, it's spooky time. It's Dark Mage Jimmy. It's Dark Jimmy. He has a lot of his Halloween Jimmy, Jack Skellington Jimmy. He has a lot of names. Abby? Tomorrow, James. I don't think there is another Halloween Jimmy. There's at least one more, if not two. There's a Dark Knight Jimmy we'll see throughout this month. But yeah, we're gonna see all the Halloween versions of Jimmy this month. But this week it's Halloween Jimmy. We'll see other Jimmys. Nevaeh? That looks like it's September, but it just means week actually, like days of the week. So it means this week, which is the 5th to the 9th. So yeah, it's not actually September. October used to be the 8th month because in Latin octo is 8, but then they added 2 months. So all of the months that are like 6 months, 7th month, 8th month, September, October, November, those are all two months away from where they used to be. Elijah? No, not now. Okay. So who wants to pass something out? All right, Ben, can you go to that white table and pass out this sheet that is closest to Abby? It's like on the edge of the desk to the left. And then who else wants to pass out things? Let's see, Lily, can you pass out the thing that's in front of what he's picking up right now? It's that stack in front of, and yeah, so Ben's going to hand it to you, actually. All right. So remember, guys, we met Sue Messe back in, like, Chapter 4. And then let's have Bree turn the AC down, like, 3 points, please. Thank you. Yeah, maybe 4. I got back from lunch. I had to go do something, and it was freezing, and now it's hot. What?
None of the teachers turn it down even numbers. That's why I asked. Don't
Really?
turn it down 3.
3's kind of a lot sometimes. All right. So Sum and Possum. That's what this chapter is about. So we still have 1 more week to practice Sum and Possum. Jasmine, can you straighten your desk, please? So remember, guys, Sum essay is a weird verb. Sometimes it's starting with S. Other times it's starting with E. It's weird. We're adding POS or POT to the front of it to make it not the verb to be, but the verb to be able to, which in present tense, we just want to say can, because that's the easiest way to translate the present tense version of Possum. We are passing out quietly. Abby? Well, so that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get to a point in Latin where you do just read without really thinking that you're translating it, right? Like when I sit down in Latin, I just kind of read it at this point because I've studied it for years. And that's what we're all trying to do pretty soon. All right, so voices are off, guys. Leave Ben and Lily alone as they pass these out. So we have the story. So the thing that says the curse of the house of Atreus, that's what we're going to translate in class today. Like I said, it's very gross and violent and weird. So it's perfect for Halloween. And then the other sheet that says Lectiones, what? Yes, thank you. How many are in that stack, do you think? Like 10, 20-ish? So I got to print out a few more before my last period. Uh-oh, that's going to be scary. All right. So yeah, this verb very important. The Lectiones, that is the homework. So everyone look at this. And right on the top of this, number 1 through 6, due Wednesday. I think this class had done okay with homework last week, but I don't totally remember. Thank you, man. Y'all did bad? Oh, so y'all were top 2 worst ones last week? Okay, so I'm gonna, oh, top 2 of the best?
That's what you said when we were.
Wasn't that the one that I like kind of forgot some of the names? I had to come back and ask. Yeah. So who knows? I think y'all were kind of in the middle. What? Okay, so I'm gonna come into Miss. Okay. Yeah, my 8B was the worst by far, and then I think y'all were close behind. So I'm gonna come to Miss Jambor's class tomorrow during SA, and I'm gonna scream at y'all to do your homework because y'all keep forgetting. And Oh, it's Miss. Yeah, Miss Coleman.
We finally have a good student.
Whoa, okay, we're being recorded right now. So, we have a where, let's see. What was I saying? I can't even remember. Who knows? Do your homework, people. It's due Wednesday. You have 2 nights to do it. There's homework due on Wednesday in this class almost every week. Next week might be an exception because it's a 4-day week. So we might have something due Thursday, right, Malachi? So far, this recording is off to a rough start. Okay, I guess there's a reason I don't record. What? Yeah, it's just recording everything. Everything you say and do is on camera right now. So guys, check out Possum, Posse, and Sum Essay here. The normal present tense forms are in this dark blue, whereas future is in light blue, and imperfect is in red. I'm going to show you guys this at the beginning of the class every day. By the end of the week, you'll have mastered Possum. It's going to be great. Okay, let's review the vocabulary. Like I said, the average for this one is pretty good. Only my 8B class did truly bad on this quiz. You guys, the average seemed pretty okay for you guys. So let's still just review these words anyway. Ace, what is Deus and Dea?
God.
God and
I don't know the day.
Gavin? Yep.
And that's God.
And what is Dea, Elizabeth? Goddess, right? So this word can appear in first declension feminine or second declension masculine, if it's a god or a goddess. Posthumous, down here, we're multitasking. What person and number, Malachi, is posthumous? First, second, or third person? Nope. Posthumous. What is it, Pierce? Singular, plural? Plural, good. So it means what? We think of a blank of soda. You drink?
Can.
Yes, can. We can, right? Or, you know, we can say we are able to, but that's so much more long-winded than just we can. So that is the present tense, first person plural form of possum. Deus and Dea have some irregular endings. Let's not worry about it too much for now. Insidii. What is insidii, Michael? It's almost like fault, but you're thinking of vitium or culpa. Matthew? Ambush, plot, or treachery. So those are all 3 things that are a little different, actually, right? But they're all kind of like insidious behavior. So insidious is an English word that we get from this word. Erit down here. What person and number, Stephen, is erit? First, second, or third? Good. So he, she, or it, what? It's the future or imperfect form of S, Stephen. So it's not wanders. It's not arrow, errar with 2 R's. That would have 2 R's if it was he or she wanders. So you're close. But this is from to be, the sum essay to be. Is it future or imperfect? It's not going to be he or she, it is. That'd be S. That would just be S. It's going to be he or she, it, or it's. It's not possum either. So let's not get sum mixed up with possum. Even though possum forms are piggybacking off of the forms of sum essay, they are separate verbs, right, Bo? So, Bo, is this future or imperfect of S? For erit at the bottom. Yeah, what vowel made you think it was future? Yeah, good. So it's not he or she is. That would be S. It's he or she will, or maybe will be. And the I is the giveaway there. So if that I had been an A, this would be imperfect past tense. So it would be he or she was being. So imperfect is all about the vowel A showing up after the ER, whereas future is all about O, I, or you showing up after the R. As in I will owe you money is our mnemonic for remembering I, O, and you for future tense. It's mostly I, right? It's I 4 out of 6 times in all the forms, but it's O for first person singular and you for third plural. So that's he or she will be. Yes, Nevaeh?
The side thing is like. Yeah, the side thing is that come off my.
Is it like bad? Like, is it like, do we need to address it now?
We need flexing. No, we need flexing.
But for real though, do we have to address it now or can I keep teaching? Do we need to address this right now and stop the entire class so I can do something about it? Okay, so because I don't know what to do about that. I don't have like tape, so
Get flex sealed.
yeah, I don't have strong. No, we would need like masking tape or something.
No,
So
flex tape.
see if you can just like kind of live with that. I know that's annoying, Nevaeh. And maybe, oh, I know what we'll do. We'll change that desk out with this desk, but we'll do that later because this desk is just my handy dandy junk desk. And so I'll change it out with that one, Nevaeh, after class today. So I'll try to remember to do that. Yep. What is Liber versus Liber, Jasmine? Yeah, Liber's book, whereas Liber is what, Elijah?
Freedom or peace.
Free or peace. And let's look at the middle. What, Jasmine? Yes. No, it's not freedom, or did I say that was right? It's not freedom. It's just free because it's an adjective. So even if we didn't know the difference between these words, we should be able to tell that this one is a noun because we see the nominative singular and the genitive singular form. That's how nouns dictionary entries are in Latin. And then this is an adjective because we see the masculine, feminine, and neuter gendered versions of the nominative form of that adjective. Oh my gosh, that was a lot of words. Paterant. Abby, what percent number is paterant? First, second, or third? Every time. What is it? First, second, or third?
Every time.
Great. Singular or plural? Plural. So our subject, our pronoun for a third person plural verb is free. Yes. What is the pronoun that we use for the subject of a third person plural verb, Abby? No, the pronoun we use. Belle? Yeah, good. Okay, I got it at the same time. They, and now paterant, is it imperfect or future form of possunt? Possunt is they can, present tense. Paterant, though, is it imperfect or future? Pierce? Good, because of the A, right? The A is a dead giveaway. So it's not they can, it's they make it past tense. One word. Ben? Could, yeah, they could. We could say they were able to, but that's more long-winded. Yep. What's that, Ben? Let's wait for Pierce to get that. One at a time. So, yep, they could. They could. Versus free. Also, this I in free is long. So really look out for that. I know you guys, there's like a whole separate dimension to translating. It's like paying attention to macrons. But we should get used to it. And it even changes the way we say it. We say this word liber. We say this word liber because it's not a long I. The long I is an E sound for ancient Romans, at least. Caden. There are cups over there. Go get some water, my man. What's that, Bo? You got to do 1 through 6 on the lectiones. See, you're skipping the top part here. See that top part? Just ignore it. And you're doing number 1 through 6 on those lectiones. Yeah, those are the cups, Caden. What?
What's the nearest side of Jimmy?
You didn't open any of these. What's Vitium and Vita? Anyone? Nick? Yeah, this is crime, Vitium, whereas Vita is life. I was asking Nick, I guess. But it's life. Just sometimes I am asking the class, it's confusing. Erunt, again, it's third person plural, so it's they what? Is erunt future or imperfect, Felicity? Is erunt future or imperfect of sunt? So sunt means they are. Erunt means they will or they were. That would be errant, E-R-A-N-T, because remember A is the vowel that makes us know it's imperfect. So it's future, it's they will. Yep, it's the same UNT that shows up in the futuristic bunch case. Graecus is just Greek, or sometimes it can be like a Greek, right? We know adjectives can be nouns. Perpetuous means perpetual. I skipped discipulus because it means student. This is another easy one that you can kind of skip. I skipped tyrannus because it means tyrant, and that's so easy. Plenos means full. Think of plentiful. Possunt here means they can. Insolvus means anyone? Safe. And what else do we have? Secundus means second, or sometimes favorable, apparently. I don't think we've ever seen it as favorable in my Latin class before. These are very boring adjectives, but they're adjectives nonetheless. What does vestere mean? Your. So vestere is your as in y'all's is the plural version of your, but we would say your. Tuus is also your, but it's like a singular your. Meus is mine, and noster is ours. Again, horribly boring adjectives, but they're important to know. They're very common words in any language, so they're good to just know. Que. We've seen que, but I don't think we've seen it in a translation yet. Que is a type of suffix, meaning it goes at the end of the word, and it basically is equivalent to an front of the word is attached to it. So filius filiaque is the same as filius et filia, which means what? Oh, weird. Okay, isn't that weird? So, and also Spanish C means yes, right? So Spanish C is yes, que is what, and they're totally different things in Latin. That's weird because a lot of Spanish words are identical or very similar to Latin words, like sol, meaning sun, S-O-L.
So in Spanish, it's actually what or why.
What or why? Weird. So, well, that's kind of like quid, right? So quid in Latin, that's what. So maybe the que is actually coming from quid and not from this
In
que.
English, Quid is the sponsor for today's video.
Ooh, yeah, it is, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. So, yeah, this is the same. So, son and daughter. This is how you say it. It's kind of a faster way of saying and. I mean, que is one syllable, so like ed is one syllable. But the way you say it, filius filiaque, a little quicker than filius et filia. So yeah, we're going to be seeing it probably in the homework and stuff. Ubi, ibi, nunc, quare. Who wants to rattle these off? Incredible. Yeah, where, there, now, therefore. Igator can also be therefore. Quare, sometimes why. And quando is when. So these are boring adverbs and conjunctions that are not easy to remember because they don't have good related words in English to help us. So like almost all the nouns and verbs and adjectives in Latin have good related words that help us know what they mean. But things like adverbs and conjunctions and prepositions don't necessarily. Well, a lot of the prepositions end up being prefixes in English, like e and x and de or d and sub and stuff like that. Brief? To be able to, and there is Posse the possum trying to be our new mascot. Sorry, Posse, you're only relevant for this one chapter. So remember, present tense possum, it's formed off of the present tense of sum esse. It's literally just sum ss, sum s to sum, with POT or POS in front of it to make it not be I am or you are, it is, but I am able, aka I can. You are able, aka you can, etc. Pateram, patero, etc., etc. We'll look at that chart again. Tolero is the only normal verb, means to tolerate. And what we're going to do for the rest of class, after I do a little pronoun verb ending exercise, is talk about the house of Atreus, the curse of the house of Atreus. This story.
Feet on the table.
So you're going to find out. We're going to find out. I'm not saying those are feet, but if they are, we're going to find out today. We're gonna find out today. So this story is in my little collection of stories, like starting in chapter 3 or 5.
Their feet.
Okay.
Are they feet? I know for a fact.
I don't know. I actually don't know. So stop talking. Stop talking. These stories come with the textbook. This is part of the curriculum. When I first started teaching here at LTA, the 6th graders from that first year of LTA are now 8th graders. I ran it by the teachers, Miss Calamine and Miss Luck at the time, if it was okay for us to read the story. And they said, oh, maybe not. It's a little violent. So I kept it for the 7th and 8th graders and not the 6th graders. But I guess I judged that 7th graders are mature enough for.
Not this class.
No, shush. We want to hear.
So it's a little gross. But remember, guys, when weird stuff happens in Greek mythology, it's like cartoonish, right? It's kind of like Bugs Bunny. If you watch a Bugs Bunny cartoon, those are some violent cartoons. I don't know if you guys would catch those because they're ancient at this point.
They are awesome.
I know, right? But like even when I was a kid, they were ancient, but they would still end up on TV at like certain like chunks of time, like early in the morning.
They had like 3 hours, like Saturday, like Saturday morning cartoons on like Boomerang or Cartoon
Yeah,
Network.
Boomerang,
They
right?
had like 3-4 hour long just straight Bugs Bunny.
Because they're cheap to play. It doesn't cost the network anything to play something so old. It's probably free to play those cartoons.
It's like Animaniacs.
Oh, anime. So that was actually on when I was a kid. But things like actual Bugs Bunny and Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry is like horrifically violent, right? But we don't. Yep. But we don't really think of it as violent because it's like as a cartoon. So we're like, oh wow, like Tom just like smashed Jerry with a frying pan, and now he's literally just like as flat as a pancake. I gotta mix it up. But it's like we don't. If it was live action, it'd be like, whoa, like what just happened? A cat just like flattened a mouse? Like that's messed up. Okay.
If you're watching something like that,
Yeah.
there's a difference the main argument why you should not play violent video games is there's a difference between watching somebody cut up somebody like, and there's a difference between actually.
Yep. Now, Parker, listen up. I guess there's certain topics that just set you guys off and start screaming at me out of turn. It's really crazy. But I know some of y'all read children's homework in 6th grade, and in 9th grade, you guys will read Iliad and Odyssey, these Greek epics that are about the Trojan War. And so you might have already heard of Agamemnon, right? He's one of the Greek generals who helps his brother Menelaus rally all these Greek troops to go fight at Troy because Helen, Menelaus' ex-wife, ran away from him with Paris, a Trojan prince. If you don't know that, you will know that story very well by 9th grade. Agamemnon, when he finally gets home from the 10-year-long Trojan War, is killed by his wife, Clytemnestra, who has since fallen in love with Aegisthus, who is Agamemnon's cousin.
Wait,
After
they're related?
he kills, well, they're like cousins. That's really not even that weird for like Renaissance time people. So Clytemnestra kills Agamemnon, and then Clytemnestra is killed by her son and daughter, Electra and Orestes. And also, way before this ever happened, Agamemnon sacrificed the other daughter, Iphigenia, just to make the winds blow in the right direction so he and his people could get to Troy in the first place. So this family has a lot of bad luck, a lot of violence in this family, but it actually goes way back to great-grandpa Tantalus and his kid. And we're going to hear about his kid and that guy's two sons, Thyestes and Atreus.
And now he's killed and cut up his brother and cooked
Right.
his for dinner.
Right. I know you can barely resist speaking up, Caden, but technically we should start raising our hands, maybe. All right, so we're pulling this out. Everyone understands what the homework is for Wednesday, right? It's 1 through 6 on the other page. Okay, anytime we do these stories, we have glossed words that we've never seen before down here.
One of them is killed.
Hold that. Yes, one of them is kill and one of them is cut off. But real quick, before we get into this, computer kids, I'm just going to point at the present tense verb endings for our verb chart and get the kids to say the correct pronoun that we use as the subject of that verb. So you can't see me doing this, but you'll be able to hear me, hopefully. Maybe I'll point at the imperfect and future endings as well. But let's just do present first. All right, O.
I.
O.
I.
S.
You.
T.
It.
Must.
We.
Kiss.
Y'all.
Inchi.
They.
Ace. O.
I.
Must.
We.
S.
You.
Elijah. Inchi. O. Everyone.
I.
Must.
We.
S.
You.
TIS.
Y'all.
Must.
We.
S.
You.
Inchi.
They.
O.
I.
Bomb. I was boss.
You were.
Bo.
That's his job.
I know, but I'm trying to go to kind of confusing. Bot is he or she or it. Was. Bombus. We. Botis. Y'all. Bo.
I was.
Not was. I will. Future tense. This. Famous.
We will.
Okay. If you're still struggling thinking of your pronoun at this point, that is bad, and you should come to tutoring. But guys, what?
Did you know last time we had Bo like I will do that? This year it's gonna be Bo.
Oh, yeah?
Like,
Oh.
Oh yeah, Bo. I will.
Yeah, that's true. Bo, you're the first person singing the future ending. You are that ending. Ben?
That's what supposed to.
All right. Ben is also a very important helping verb, but not until you get something called the passive voice. All right, voices off. Y'all a little rowdy today. So, guys, we have some names here. Pelops, Pelopus is a third declension name. Remember, names still have declensions and endings, right? Malachi, final warning for Malachi. Saw that coming a mile away. So he is third declension. So Pelops is his nominative form. What is Pelopus? The second form. That is the what form? Anyone out loud? Genitive. It's a genitive, right? A noun's Latin dictionary entry. First you get the nominative, and then you get the genitive, right? Fama, fami. That's the nominative of the genitive. Discipulus, discipuli. That's the nominative and the genitive. Some people think that second form is a nominative plural, but it's the genitive, which sometimes is the same as the nominative plural. Atreus there is Atreus, one of his kids. Thyestes is the other kid that Pelops has. He has 2 sons. Then we have a verb for to seduce. Apparently, we have a word for wife, uxor. We have a verb for to find, invanio. Tolero is a verb we already have. I don't know why they gave it to us. Contra. Okay. All right, guys. Let's get grossed out. We already ate lunch, so that's fun. Who can read the first sentence? Yeah.
Billy, Popus, Arad, Eris.
It's Atreus and Thyestes que.
Atreus and Philoctetes wet.
Thyestes, yeah. Okay. Philly E. Pelopus. What is the subject of the sentence? Anyone? Pierce? Pelopus is a good guess, but again, let's scroll down because we don't know what that word really. We don't know all about it. It's a name. Him in his nominative is just Pelops. So Pelopus again is what case? Anyone out loud? Yeah. So that's not nominative, Pierce. That's a good guess, but this is genitive. According to our dictionary entry, for a word whose declension we do not know yet. So what else could be the subject if it's not Pelopus? Anyone? Nevaeh? Atreus is a very good guess because that is his name in the nominative. So like sort of, kind of. Is there anything else though, Elizabeth? Thyestes is again nominative, so it sort of is, but there's still one other thing. Yeah, now Elizabeth realized. Bree, what are you gonna say? Yeah, so Philly, right? Because he has a long I, it's the first noun we're seeing, so why shouldn't it be nominative plural? So Philly means what? What does it mean, Bo or Malachi? What does Philius mean? No. Parker or Michael, what does Philius mean? Matthew or Nick? Yeah, so the sons, and Pelopus is genitive, so sorry, we just got to keep moving fast. So the sons what? What about Pelops? He's genitive, so the sons. Good, someone said it. The sons of Pelops, errant. Errant, is it the imperfect or future version of sunt? So sunt just means they are. But errant, is it future or imperfect, anyone? Imperfect, you mean? Yeah, we don't have perfect until, yeah. So because of the A, right, Bree? Is that what gave it away to you? Nice. So the A tells me this is not going to be they will or they are, but they. Well, yeah, but we don't say they was, so we say they were. The sons of Pelops were Atreus and Thyestes, okay? So that's why when Nevaeh and Elizabeth thought Atreus and Thyestes might have been the subjects, it's like y'all were kind of right, but technically sons is. And Atreus and Thyestes are what we call predicate nominatives. Okay. Because sum esse does not take a direct object. It takes predicate nominatives. It's almost like an equal sign, yes? Nevaeh? Well, I guess because it's like an ancient myth, even if they were alive still, you still might use were. Like, oh, they like Atreus and Thyestes back in the day, thousands of years ago, they were the sons of Pelops. So, I mean, you might be onto something, but maybe not. Actually, it might be just kind of normal. Michael? Yeah, you better go while your buddies are still in class. Did Ben ever go? Did you need to, though? Still? So, okay. All right, you win. Okay. Second sentence, Thyestes, uxorum, atrii, corrumpit. So this first word is just a name, probably the subject, right? Something about Thyestes. Uxor means wife. Even if we don't know anything about their declension, what would y'all guess is the case of exoram? If y'all had to guess, Nevaeh? So not person, it's not a verb. It's a good guess because some first person verbs do end in M, but I'm saying case. So we would be looking at the top part of our noun chart. Ryan? I think it would be, yeah. But then we look up here, you know, we can see the orange endings pretty well, hopefully. Those are their declension. And all 5 declensions love their singular accusative to end in M. All of them. AM, UM, EM, EM, they all end with M, basically. Except for neuters, their declension ones. We'll get to that on Tuesday. But so that is a direct object. So this is typical, right? We have a subject, something about Thyestes, this guy named Thyestes. We would just translate him as Thyestes. Then we have a direct object. That's normal. We don't know what to do with the direct object yet. We need a verb between the subject and the verb. Atrii. So Atreus is kind of just second declension, right? So what would that long I be? What case is atri there? And remember, names are only ever going to have singular endings, not plural, because it's not like there's a bunch of Atriuses. There's one Atrius we're talking about. So what would that long I be? It could really only be one thing if he's just singular. There's no way he's plural. Elizabeth? Okay. Well, what do we think? In second declension, what is the long I? So if we were looking at plurals, it could be nominative plural, like how Philly was nominative plural. But this is, it's not going to be plural. So it's singular, what case though? Genitive. So he is genitive. So it's the wife blank Atrius. Anyone? Yes, the wife, what? No, look, trust me, literally, the weird messed up stuff starts happening in this sentence. We just got to make it to this sentence in the next 15 minutes. Okay, so what does this mean then? Thyestes, corrumpit, if I scroll down, it means to seduce. So Thyestes seduces the direct object of the genitive. All right? The wife.
So what happens is he seduces his wife, and then he gets cut off his brother's wife. And so he cuts up his brother and his wife.
No, chill out. Let's not spoil too much. Okay. So tomb is just then Atrius, that looks like his nominative form, so that's probably the subject of this sentence, just like the Thyestes is the subject of that sentence. And what? Let's not get at. We're literally gonna read it. There's no need to spoil it. That's like weird. What case could Vitium be? Anybody? It's a neuter noun, so it could be nominative. But I already think I know the subject of the sentence is Atrius, so I don't think it is nominative. Remember, neuter nouns and their singular nominative end in um, and they also end that way in their Greek. What?
Why do you put the wife of the?
Oh, I should take the away. Sorry, you're right. Of the Atrius. So what case is Vitium? It's nominative, neuter, or it could be nominative outside of this sentence. It's not, because we already have a subject, it's Atrius. Or it could be what? Yeah, it could be due to the singular. Remember, guys, the only big quirk that neuter second declension nouns have compared to masculine ones is that they end in the nominative and also the accusative instead of just the accusative like masculines always do. And they end in a in the nominative plural or accusative. So their subject form is always the same as the direct object form. But it's never too hard to tell which one it is, because here, the way we tell is just that, like, Thyestes is the subject. That's it. So if Thyestes is the subject, because that's him in his nominative form, and we look down the dictionary tree, so there's no way that Vitium, or I'm sorry, talk about Atrius. Talk about Atrius. So there's no way that Vitium could also be the subject. It can, though, be the direct object. Just like this sentence, where we had a subject, then a direct object, then something else, then a verb. Right? We're doing the same sentence structure again. So in Wenio, this verb we see, this fourth word in the sentence means to find. Nick? Go. Then Atrius, what? Vitium and Wanet, anyone? Vitium and Wanet. Anyone? And Wenio means to find. No, not find the wife. I don't see wife in this sentence. I see Vitium. What does Vitium mean? So he finds the crime. Atrius finds the crime, the direct object. So he finds the crime. And tolerare non potest. What does potest mean, Lily? To blank. To be able to, right, Lily? So what does potest mean? That's just the third singular present tense form of possum. So non-potest. We like to drink blanks of soda, right? So then Atrius finds a crime and can, but it's non-potest, so he can not tolerare. Yeah, he can't. We can say can't tolerate like it in parentheses or the crime. We could repeat crime if we wanted to. We don't have to though. All right, he can't tolerate, so he really freaks out. And who knows, maybe his brother was just like hanging out with the wife and, you know, no funny business was happening. But maybe, I mean, like, I don't know, like maybe they were holding hands or doing patty cake, right? Have y'all seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit? They were doing like patty cake or something. Maybe they weren't doing anything other than that, and Atreus is just a really jealous guy. So we don't really know. He could just be like freaking out for no reason. It is. Okay, what is the case of Insidious? Yeah, pockets full of posy. That's like, posy were flowers that like made you smell better if you were succumbing to ashes. Yeah. No, that's what that literally means. Yeah. Yeah, the bubonic plague. Yeah. What, Neve? Good. I was just going to ask that. Amazing. So this breaks the pattern we had set up, right? For 2 sentences in a row, we had a subject, then a direct object, then eventually a verb. A subject, then a direct object, then a verb. Now we're starting with the direct object. It's a little weird. It's not too weird, though. But we don't know what to do with it yet. We got to keep moving. If I see a sentence starting with a direct object, I immediately want to find my what? Verb. Yeah, verb. Because the verb will tell me A. It'll probably give me information about the subject. And then I can like actually do something to the direct object. Until that, I just like don't know what to do with the DO. So something about plot, therefore. Contra is a word that means, does anybody have a guess or anybody that's glancing down? Contra means it's against. Like if you're pro or con, pro means for, con means against, short for contra. Fratrum, what does frater mean, anybody? So pater is, so frater is brother, like a fraternity in college is for like guys, where a sorority is for girls, and sorority means sister. Pater is father, mater is mother, frater is brother. What, Cade?
So pro is the opposite of contra, progress, so congress is the opposite of progress.
Yeah, I guess so. That's a pretty good pun, actually. Okay, so then we see our verb. So something about it, therefore, against the brother. But we don't know what to do with this guy yet. Then we see cogitat. What person number is cogitat? Ryan, is it first, second, or third cogitat? Right. So Ryan sees it as third singular, but do we see any nominative singulars to be the subject? Yeah, I don't see any nominative. So what can we use? He, she, or it. Yeah, because maybe we're still talking about Atreus, right? We're still just talking about Atreus. So we're not going to repeat his name. We're just going to say he thinks, and then I'm going to put an oven here for a complicated reason. But he thinks a direct object. We wouldn't say this in English. What is insidious, guys? Yeah, he thinks of plots against the brother. So yet, normally we would never use of to translate an accusative. But here, I think we need to, because it wouldn't sound right for us to say he thinks plots against the brother. Unless it like, maybe like he imagines plots or he like thinks up plots.
I'm gonna kill him. You leave it in there, I'm gonna serve him for dinner.
Yeah, okay. So he thinks of plots against the brother. And guys, this is where it's going to get weird, or it's going to start to get weird. Oh, but we have one more sentence before that. So what is sum plenos irae, anyone? What does sum mean? So sum esse means to be. But remember, Abby, sum is the first person singular version of the verb to be. And we don't say I be, we say I. So sum means I am. So sum plenos irae. I am plenos irae? It doesn't actually mean, we get principle from it, but it means starts with an F. Yeah, I am full, irae? Of anger. Because what case is irae? Yeah, good. I am full of anger. He's very mad, Hulk mad. Okay? So irae, we can make it pink if we have time. We barely do, so I don't know why I'm stopping to. But there we go. Now, so this sentence, we know most of the words. We know quare, filios, parvos, meti, fratres, brother, necabo, sacabo. We don't have, if we scroll down, we see that these verbs mean to kill and to cut up. So things are about to get weird. Is quare here therefore or why? What do we think? Therefore or why for quare here? Anyone? I don't think it would be why. Why do I think it wouldn't be why? Yeah. But also, I look at the end of the sentence, I don't see a question mark. So this isn't a question. It's probably therefore. It's probably like a statement. Therefore, something about parvos filios. What does parvos filios mean, anyone?
Therefore, I will kill my brother.
No. Look, we're like at that part now. So let's like actually take it seriously and translate it so we can all be grossed out and weirded out together.
Yeah, that's what I did.
What is the case of, well, that's not what it says. What is the case of filios parvos, anyone? And what does it mean? Kira, what case is Philios Parvos? That OS. What case does that belong to? You said genitive? No, genitives, we have long eyes, we have AE, we have RM and OR. Matthew? It's accusative because it's probably the direct object. What does parvus, parva mean? Are these big sons or are they? Yes, little or small sons. So again, we have the direct object before the subject and the verb. We don't know what to do with it yet. Let's keep moving. Something about meti fratris. What case is meti fratris, anyone? Oh wait, y'all don't know what fratris's case is. But yeah, they are genitive actually. So meti, y'all can tell. Fratris, y'all wouldn't really know until next Tuesday. They're genitive. And then now nekabo, sakabo. They are first singular. What tense though? Future or imperfect? Yeah, they're future. Good. So therefore, I, because they're first singular, they end in O, I will kill and cut up what? Not my brother. My brother's not direct object. He's going to kill the direct object. He's going to kill. What kind of sons?
Small son.
The small sons. What do we do with my brother?
Yo.
He's genitive. So how do we translate brother?
Hey, yo, dude, he's about to go in.
Yes, the small son's what? The small son's blank, my brother. It's genitive, Pierce. Yes, thank you. Of my brother. Okay, so it doesn't end there, guys. What is membra and coquam? Let's scroll down. Membra and coq. So membra comes from, apparently, membrum, which means limb. And coquam means I will cook right there. I will cook. Okay, interesting. Let's see where this takes us.
Yo, you're gonna cook him some chicken. You're gonna cook him some human stew and
He's
he's gonna eat it.
going to eat it? You think he wants to eat it?
I'd like to eat some human fried stew.
Okay. So then I will cook up the limbs. Ooh, and what?
Eat that. Like that.
So, I don't know what the Estes is here, right? The Estes here could be genitive, singular, or dative. I'm not sure which yet. Kainon means meal. What case is kainon as meal? Anyone out loud? Yeah, so it's a direct object. And dabo. What does dabo mean? From do, dare. Anyone? Not to owe, but to give. And what tense and person is it? Not case. Tense and person of dabo. Here, anyone? Not case. Tense and person of dabo. First, second, or third person, everyone? So the pronoun we use as the subject of a first person verb is?
I.
The pronoun we use as a subject of a first person singular verb is? The pronoun we use as a subject of a first person singular verb is? And this is future or imperfect tense with bo there. Yeah, so I will give. It means give. All right, y'all are like very unfocused on it. It's weird. Stop talking and being distracted, please. I will give the direct object meal. What was the Estes? Genitive or dative? Is it the meal of the Estes or the meal to? So he's dated. That's the first dative we've seen in a while. And I will give the meal to the Estes. Does anybody want to speed translate? So that is a first dative we've seen in a long time. We don't really see datives unless our verb is to give when we're giving direct objects to indirect objects. So he, so those are good drop subject. He, neko, nekare, he, anyone? He kills the boys. Tuos means his own. More tuos means dead. And then in mensa means on the table. So the Estes, that sees, right? Video videri means to see. Video videri means to. Video videri means to. So the Estes sees his own dead son. Do we say in the table or on the table? Oh, wretched Thyestes. Nothing now. Habes. What person number is Habes? First, second, or third? Huh? It means to have, but what person is it? First, second, or third? Jasmine. What person? Someone said it, but is it first, second, or third person? Oh, S. Yeah, so it's going to be who has. I, you, or it. Your second. I, you, or it. 1, 2, 3. I, you, it. Yeah, so, oh, you have nothing now. But, oh, Atreus, propter tua magna vitia. What's propter, anyone?
Always?
Not always. You can just, yep, on account of. So, oh, Atreus, on account of tua magna vitia. On account of. Not foolish. Your great. Not life. Vitia. Crime. Yeah, guys, look for the I after the T. If there's an I after the T, it's crime. If there's no I, then maybe life. So, on account of your great crime, or the great crime, wait, your great crime of your. Is this a typo? Is this what it says? Oh, okay. We have a new subject. There's probably a comma there, I guess. Yeah, there's like a comma after vitia. There needs to be. On account of your great crimes, your sons will, usually this be will give, but it's going to be pay here because the object is penalty. So they will pay the great penalty. Okay. All right, guys. Good luck.
Thank you.
Anything in your desk?
No, that was just it was wonderful. Fucking creepy. Oh yeah. I don't think I can. Yeah, because we literally have something. Yeah, it was the exact same class. And you live right by my dragon. She was past her father and that's the house that I went to my house for youth group, and they were talking about weird stuff. I don't want to make it so it's very boring. Oh yeah, like girl stuff. Yeah, more than no. I wish I could be dirty-minded person. And my mother was in the
finally all here at the same time, except for our teacher. Okay, let's all sit at the four corners of the classroom. Sure, I'll sit over here. Come on, Alex.
I'm not gonna be able to see it.
You will be able to see it if you're right there. See? All right, Allie, you can have this corner. Oh, I'll sit in the back. Yeah. Hannah's doing it. She's a four spot.
Actually, I feel like your spot's worse.
Yeah, at least you can. I get the glare from the windows.
And also, you're at like the side of it.
Put that. I don't even know. I just got something in my hand.
What is this?
Can I see it?
It's a piece of metal. Oh, is it from your binder?
It might be something from the binder. Want to see it? Santa. Let me bring it in. No. Oh, right.
Wait, what?
Santa Claus. Oh. Oh yeah, you can. You know what else it does?
Listen?
Oh, it was in flex.
Wait, what? What was the second piece? Oh, yeah.
Mom has the same name.
Mom.
Bones. Yeah, I got it. I honestly thought it was getting over.
You're just gonna leave it on the floor. No.
It's too full, Jack.
No, he's
Yeah.
before he wasn't even like bouncing it off.
I looked at this. Oh no, Chicken Boy's gone again. Seriously? I mean, Jimmy, whatever his name was.
Hello, sorry. Anybody come to the auditions today?
Oh, you know, it's actually today.
You are?
Both my sisters.
Oh. Apparently, I don't think I'm like actually a judge, but I'll like be. Maybe. Alright, did y'all see the horrible story, the 1.5 kids are reading? Looking at.
Oh, yeah, the story where that guy was crazy enough to cook his own son.
No, it's the Atreus story that we read 2 years ago. I still expect like a mom to like try to get me fired or something because it's like such a gross story.
Well, most of Greek mythology.
And I will pick up the lens and I will give the VM to
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like messed up.
Well, most of Greek mythology is really messed up.
Yeah, and I was telling the kids like not to think of it as like realistic violence. It's like Tom and Jerry violence. Like it's just over the top, ridiculous style.
You saw that in Tom and Jerry. You watched it all.
Yeah,
No.
Right. So computer kids, if you're still watching this ended